offensively. The best teams that I feel like each other the most share the ball the most. And the teams that share the ball the most often win a lot of basketball games.
We're ready for the Duquesne press conference. Look forward to hearing from Drew Joyce in his first year leading up the Dukes, and they're up right now.
And expectations will be, we just continue to build. I think that's the model for our team. We're not so concerned with what the results are. Those things will take care of themselves, but it's a daily build, a daily process of how we go about our work, not just what we do, but how we do it, and the discipline that it takes each and every day to chase greatness. So, the outcome at some point will be the outcome, but on our day-to-day, as we progress, I like the direction we're headed so far.
Perfect. Thank you, Coach. We'll go ahead and open up for questions.
Back here.
Way back.
Yep. Just wanted to first off ask, how have you kind of settled in to a head coaching role, and what has that adjustment been like, and just how energized are you by the whole situation?
I don't know if I'm quite settled. There's still a lot of new that I will go through this year. There's still learning that takes place, and I don't think I ever want to be settled. I want to have the outlook and the mindset of a beginner that is intrigued with curiosity by continuing to learn my team, to learn the game, and just grow. We ask our players to get better all the time, right? Like, hey, you guys got to work harder, you got to get better. I think the same is said for us as coaches and the rest of my staff. Each and every day, like, I want to be the best in the gym too. So I keep that competitive nature. So I'm finding my way a little bit, but I don't want to be settled.
Chris Powell, Couch Coach Live. Drew, congratulations on being named the head coach. What has been the best piece of advice that you've got since you got this job this spring?
Well, first and foremost, thank you. I think the best advice that I've received, and I received this from my dad, who's been in coaching for over 20 plus years at the high school level, and even beyond that, if you count his summer basketball. But it was just be who you are, hold true to your standards and your values, and be able to go at home, rest, and live with that. And that's what I'm going to strive to do. I'm not going to waver or blink or change on that. I'm going to be the best Drew that I can possibly be.
Zach Weiss, Pittsburgh Sports Now. Oh, that's Dave. My question's for you. Had to give you that shout out. But Dave, what's it been like just being back on the court with so many new faces and putting it together under Coach Drew, who obviously has been an inspiration and taken that step with you guys?
Being on the court with new faces, well, I'm going to say appreciate you for using the tag. It's not anything new because both my 2 years here, I've been with new players. We've had a lot of transfers coming in. We've had a lot of freshmen come in. And the only thing I'd say would be new is having Coach Drew as a coach, but he's been coaching me for the last 2 years just at a lower level kind of. But, it's nothing new. It's not really much of a change to go off of. We're still going to play the game that we know how to play. We just have a different leader guiding us. And he's had the guidance of so many other coaches before him that we know, his dad, Coach Keith Dambrot. But, it's not really much difference.
This is why you can never be settled when your own players take shots at you.
Didn't mean to take a shot.
It's all good, man.
Aaron Bracey from Big5Hoops.com in Philly. Really question for both of you. After that such a great run last year you had, everyone in college basketball was turning over the roster. You lost your two leading scorers, more than 31 points of offense. So, and you mentioned in the opening that you're just focusing on trying to get better each day. But like for Duquesne fans and for people like myself, what can we expect of your team this season, and what do you guys expect of your team?
So I'll go ahead and answer that first. Sometimes when you have success and you do it a certain way, people they expect it to look that way again, right? And even as coaches, you can become guilty of it, right? You want to bring back those same players that did it that way, and that's just not the case. We have a new team, we have new players, but what I can, give to our fans is the way we're going to do things, right? We're going to be relentless in our approach. We're going to try to be the most competitive team in the building each and every time we go out there, and we're going to be unselfish. Do I know who the leading scorer is? No, I don't. I'm not going to give away my strategy. Look, you can have at it, Dave. I'm not going to put you in a box. So if you become the leading scorer, so be it. I'm all for it. Every team has a leading scorer in some form or fashion. But I think when fans walk away from our game, win or lose, they're going to identify with our hustle, with our discipline, with how hard we compete. I want them to be able to say that every time they see us play.
Oh, my thoughts?
He wants to be the leading scorer.
I'm sorry, you repeat the question again? Okay, so I would say any player in general is going to expect some type of high level. For us, it's going to be expect greatness from us because we've done it before. We've had players who've been to NCAA tournament, we've played in the A-10 championship game, we've won that game, and I'm kind of addicted to winning it now, so I want to do it again. And I just want to. In order to do that, we got to show, I guess, the transfers and new guys what that mindset is, what that culture is. And, we've had a lot of good transfers. We have a lot of good transfers. Maximus Edwards, Jay Sean Corbett, Eli Wilbur. We have a lot of great players. And, I look forward to work with them and showing them, how we play. And, hopefully we can get us another championship.
Dave, if you could talk about the family, the brotherhood that you've built over these last couple of seasons and how that's really carried over and just how tight of a group you are.
So every year we have a sports psychology meeting, and, Doc Carr, he always asks us, do we want to be a brotherhood or do we want to be a teammate? A teammate is a person who will, do the things they need to do on the court and basically just not talk to you afterwards. But like a brotherhood is somebody that you're going to care for on the court and off the court. And I feel like in order to reach the goals that we have to reach, we have to be more than just teammates. We have to care for one another. We have to do certain things for one another. Like, I'm gonna lay my body on the line, boxing out a big dude, so anybody can get an offense rebound, get a bucket. Like, those are the type of things we're gonna have to do in order to get a win. And these last 2 years, we've really cemented. Like, for me, the last 2 years, I've been here 2 years. We've cemented the role of brotherhood, in my opinion. But we also have new guys coming in, so we have to show them what that is. And they've taken the challenge really well. It's accepted it. We're all hanging out with each other. We're all caring for each other on the court. We're all playing hard for each other. And, I look forward to seeing what we're going to do when we play against a different opponent.
All right, we have time for one last question in the back.
David, you mentioned being addicted to winning there a moment ago. How much do you feel like the last couple seasons for Duquesne, particularly the last month or so last season, have kind of galvanized the program in maybe a way that it hadn't been before?
Well, when we first, and I'm going to go back to a conference play. When we first started conference play, I know when we had those first 5 losses, there was a dark cloud over us. Everybody was starting to leave us. Like, I think that next game we played St. Bonaventure, we probably didn't even have like 20 people maybe that I could count. But, we never faltered. We never gave up. We didn't hang our heads down and say, you know what, this is all for now. You might as well just start worrying about who's coming in next season. We say, you know what, we're gonna keep going to the bitter end, and we're gonna live with the results. And that's the type of team that we've always built. We've always been counted out, really, because right now we're ranked 8th or 9th in the preseason polls. So even if we did win a championship, we're still counted out. None of us are in the preseason polls. So, Duquesne has always been that team that's looked down upon. We always had to fight our way to the top, and that's a that's something I'm proud to do.
Perfect. Coach, David, thank you both for joining us, and good luck this season.
Thank you.
Yeah, a lot of really good stuff right there and a lot of honesty, and it's pretty much what we've seen, right, Phil, throughout the years from this